Hello everyone, it's Andrew from Gem TCG here, and in today's video I'll be talking about some of the new grading companies that have been coming out recently and have been getting a lot of hype lately for being better than, or quote unquote better than, PSA, BGS, and CGC. And a lot of people, especially on Facebook, have been saying that these companies, specifically the new one TAG, apparently is like a very popular grading company, and people are saying it's better than PSA. It's more accurate, and in the long term, it's going to be a better slab than any other competitor. And these are very strong claims, and I think people don't really understand what the purpose of a grading company is, and they must have a very short term memory, because if you look back a few years ago, the same thing happened during the last Pokemon market boom. And the point of this video just be to inform you guys so that you don't get kind of screwed or lose out on a lot of money by grading your cards with these new companies, thinking that it will outperform PSA, or your cards will be worth more than if you were to grade them with PSA and stuff like that. Because when you think about it, the whole value of a graded card is, there's two options. There is resale value will go up if you get a high grade, and if it's a very old card, you can authenticate it, which will then allow you to sell it for a higher price compared to a raw card. And then the other option is, if you're a collector, you just like the slab and the way it looks. And if you do like the slab, of a new grading company, then of course go with them. But if you are thinking of it as a way to increase the value of your card and potentially sell it in the future, then grading with these brand new grading companies that have no history and just kind of came out of nowhere and started having people saying that they're better than the current giants in the market, it's not the best thing to do. During the last market boom, there was GMA, I think, and then HGA. HGA had like the cool looking sports card slabs, and then GMA was just like a really cheap one that was accepting submissions when PSA wasn't accepting any submissions. So they all found their like little like pockets in the market for people to grade with them. But at the end of the day, those cards had no value apart from the value of the raw card. And in most instances, you would actually be selling it for a lower price if it's in one of those slabs, because it doesn't have the same backing or validity as a grading company like PSA. Because the way that PSA's value works is that most people in the industry can trust their grading and trust the reputation that the company has, since they've been in the industry for so long. I think over like maybe like 50 years or something. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. So if a card is PSA graded, it automatically has a different level of appreciation than any other graded card company. And I know CGC and BGS are like their own thing, but even CGC had that recent scandal with the Japanese Pokemon cards. BGS went bankrupt or filed for bankruptcy, or they had some like insurance claims or like some fraud going on with their company. And from what it seems, PSA is the only legit company out of like all the grading companies. So at the end of the day, it is not good to grade your cards with a new company and then think that it's gonna be worth more than a PSA card, because you will get burned and you will lose a lot of money if you think that. And especially if you invest into like 100 cards and you grade them all, assuming it's like $15 per card to get graded, that's $1,500, and that's a lot of money if you're just gonna gamble that and assume it will increase the value of your cards. So if you're gonna grade your cards, do not grade with these random companies. And I know this will probably limit me from getting like any type of sponsor or something from that company, but at the moment I am not sponsored by anyone except for my Patreon, which is linked in the bio. So if you want to join that, feel free. And then yeah, I think you guys should just don't waste your money grading cards with like these new companies that come out, and don't listen to the people on Facebook that are saying that these are the best grading companies and they are so much better than PSA, because these people, I don't know why they do this, but it's a very weird like hype thing that they want to just like jump in on and kind of pump up for some weird reason. And another side note is I honestly don't even think grading cards in general is a good thing to do. Like I have around 50 graded cards in my eBay store, and so there's many reasons why I don't think it is, and I made a video actually earlier about why I think grading your cards is a waste of time and money, because each card you grade is a minimum $15 to $20. And then that's assuming you are going to get but that is hoping that you're going to get a PSA 10. So you're basically gambling $20 to hope that your card gets a 10 so that you could sell it for a higher margin, which you could just sell it at that higher margin or sell it at a regular margin and keep the $20 that you would have graded for. So I think it's a big waste of money unless you have like really rare cards or like alternate arts or something like expensive, like in the $100+ range. Then maybe it's worth it, but I don't recommend it because you're locking up your money in the slab, like $20. You're sending your card away for at least a month, and you don't know what the market is going to do within that month. You're spending a lot of time looking through your cards to check if the card is in good condition, and then you got to submit it, and there's just so much work that goes into it just to make a slightly higher profit margin when you could just sell the card as is and keep the money, save the time, and then rinse and repeat that way more than grading a few cards. So overall, I don't think grading is the best, but I especially don't think you should grade your cards with these new companies like Tag and any other company that's coming out or becoming popular right now. And I'm sure they do have like really good machines or whatever to make sure it's accurate, but I just think that it's not the best thing for you to do, especially if you are in this game for the business side and you want to sell cards to make money. It's not a good idea. If you want to collect them and you just like the slab, you like what they stand for, then by all means go ahead. But if you're in it to sell the cards, it is not the right thing to do, and I don't think you should be grading with these card companies. And let me know what you think down below. I'd love to see why you guys like Tag or why you dislike Tag, and what your thoughts are on all these new card grading companies. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.